badly. Fucking ref, he's dead, you fucking idiots. Ref, stop the fucking fight, ref, he's fucking out cold. Fuck you, you fucking bullfuck.
What's good with you guys? What's going on? ALGORIDGMO Mafia, how's everyone doing, man? In today's video, we're going to be recapping UFC Fight Night Arman Tsarukyan versus Beneil Dariush. Now, guys, as you saw in that clip before, MMA Guru absolutely freaked out, okay, at the Bobby Green stoppage. We're going to get into that later in the video, but holy shit, dude, that was incredibly fucking sad to watch. But, guys, I will be talking about the whole card, quickly skimming through all the fights. But if you're new to my channel, man, listen, man. Feel free to subscribe. As always, I upload MMA content every week. And smash the like button on this video, man. It always helps me out. I really appreciate it. Not much to expect with the first fight on this card, right? It was a women's fight. Veronica Hardy versus Jamie Lynn Hort, sorry, excuse me. But, yeah, Veronica Hardy wins by split decision. You know, not really much to take in. I really could care less, bro. Let's be real. Jared Gooden versus Wellington Turman. Now, all I want to say is Jared Gooden is a Giga Chad, my guy. Now, pretty much, Jared Gooden's opponent, Wellington Turman, he'd been training with Alex Pereira a lot, as you can see in this photo right here. And all I'm going to say is just because you have a great fighter in your corner, you know, a UFC champion, does not mean that you're going to win. You know, your cornermen cannot fight for you at the end of the day. And pretty much what happened in this fight, Wellington Turman was winning the fight pretty much up until the second round, but they were trading in the pocket and he got hit with a big left hook. Pretty much he was rocked all over the place, decided to shoot a takedown on Jared Gooden. Jared Gooden was able to throw a fucking huge judo sweep, pretty much tossed Wellington Turman. He actually got into full mount from this position, started raining heavy elbows on Wellington Turman, who was, you know, pretty concussed at this point. Wellington Turman rolls his back over, pause, but then on he got submitted by Jared Gooden. So Jared Gooden by submission was kind of crazy, but congrats to my guy, man. PEAAACCEEE versus Adolfo Bellato was the next fight, guys, and this was the fight of the night, alright? This got Fight of the Night awards, an absolute fucking banger. Pretty much what happened, guys, they're trading on the feet for the whole fight. And PEAAACCEEE, you know, being an underdog, he was actually piecing up my boy Adolfo Bellato, and he dropped him. Basically, you know, started unloading vicious ground and pound on Adolfo Bellato, who was able to survive the shots somehow. I don't even know how he did, but he was able to get back up on his feet and end up pushing the pace on PEAAACCEEE. Basically crumbled PEAAACCEEE, finished him off with brutal ground and pound. One of the best comebacks of the year, bro. Not much to say, bro. Adolfo Bellato, what a chat this guy is. Guys, in the next couple fights here, we made history, boys, all right? We made history. We had two back-to-back slam knockouts. Now, it's very rare that you see a slam knockout in MMA, let alone in the UFC, but I can't believe we saw two back-to-back fucking slam knockouts, all right? Drakkar Klose versus Joe Solecki. Joe Solecki's this jiu-jitsu guy who has great submissions. Pretty much, you know, he took Drakkar Klose down pretty early in the first round. Drakkar Klose was able to reverse the position, and what happened was Joe Solecki went for a submission off his back. Drakkar Klose picked him up, slammed this boy on his head, slam dunked his ass. Yeah, knocked him out, pretty much out cold. And I'm not gonna lie with you guys, I'm not the biggest fan of Drakkar Klose. You know, this guy acts really tough and, you know, real hard, but we all know he's Beneil Dariush's son. But, you know, congrats to the guy, man, congrats. The next knockout slam, guys, I can't believe this shit happened back to back. Cody Brundage versus Zachary Reese. Now, guys, Zachary Reese was an undefeated prospect at 6-0. But my boy had to learn the hard way, alright? He really had a shit UFC debut. Now, Cody Brundage is not the best fighter at all. A lot of people do not like this guy. Cody Brundage picked this fool up, slammed him on his fucking head, proved that jiu-jitsu does not work in MMA, okay? I don't care what anyone says. I know it does work in MMA, but you go to fucking slam dunk city, bro, if you try to fucking submit someone off your back. That's all I'm gonna say. So congrats to Cody Brundage. Two back-to-back slam KOs. That is insane, bro. And I feel really sad for Zachary Reese, but, you know, it is what it is, bro. Miesha Tate versus Julia Avila was the last fight on the prelims, guys. Now, I'm not sure why this was the prelim headliner, but hey, I was happy to see Miesha Tate back in the octagon with them patty cheeks, if you know what I'm saying. Pretty much when these guys were, girls, excuse me, when they were striking on the feet, I was cringing, you know? Not much really happened here in this fight, guys. I do not really want to discuss this at all, but Miesha Tate, she basically just cuddled Julia Avila for 2 rounds straight, you know what I mean? Just dominated her on the ground, then eventually found the submission in the 3rd round. Got a rear naked choke, so congrats to Miesha Tate. The first fight on the main card, guys, in the middleweight division, we had Punahele Soriano taking on Dustin Stoltzfus. Now, guys, I'm going to have to say it. We need to cut Punahele Soriano, all right? Dustin Stoltzfus, you know, he's not even that bad of a fighter, but Punahele Soriano Soriano was a 3-1 favorite in this matchup. This was a favorable matchup for him to get back in the winning column, you know what I mean? Basically, he got given a can, and he still lost to Dustin Stoltzfus. Still got submitted in the second round by Dustin Stoltzfus. You know, he made Stoltzfus look like a fucking top 15 fighter at middleweight, which is really embarrassing, but hey, yeah, I think we need to cut Punahele Soriano. You know, he's had his time in the UFC, and congratulations to Dustin Stoltzfus, man. You know, 3-1 underdog. We move on to the next fight, guys. We had Clay, the old man Guida, who was, you know, participating in his 80th fight against Joaquim Silva. Now, guys, this was a fun fight, and a lot of people thought, you know, Joaquim Silva was going to get a finish in this fight, including me, but he ended up, you know, they ended up going to a decision, 29-28 win for Joaquim Silva. You know, it was a very competitive, close fight on both sides. I thought Clay Guida won a round at least, but you know what I mean? It was a really fun fight. Clay Guida was able to get takedowns at times, but Joaquim Silva was able to get back up to his feet. Joaquim Silva had some submission attempts, landing the more accurate shots on the feet, but Clay Guida looked good, man. You know what I mean? It's one of those fights where you're like, man, you know, Clay Guida should fucking retire, dude. He's like 80 years old, but he looks really good, you know, against a really game opponent, you know, super competitive. Guys, I want to see Clay Guida fight for the 90th time tomorrow, so good job by both guys, man. You know, fun fight. Kelvin Gastelum versus Sean Brady was the next fight, guys, in the welterweight division. Now, all I got to say is I am heartbroken for my boy Kelvin Gastelum, all right? This was his big move, you know, going back down to 170, going on a title run, you know. His plans were to beat Sean Brady, and Sean Brady really just went out there and submitted Kelvin Gastelum with a Kimura. Pretty much, you know, the whole fight was Kelvin Gastelum looking good on the feet, you know, throwing certain shots, but Sean Brady, you know, apparently this guy's fucking, like, you know, part Dagestani, part Russian, because he was able to time takedowns, like, beautifully. Just always kept taking down Kelvin Gastelum, was able to control him on the ground really well, and it really fucking made me angry, bro. Really angry. Basically just dominated Kelvin Gastelum the whole fight with control time on the ground until in the third round he was able to lock up a Kimura submission. Very good performance by Sean Brady, okay? I did not expect him to look this good, but it only just proves how good Bilal is, bro. You know what I mean? Bilal is that guy. Sean Brady, you know, got finished by Bilal, so Davison Figueiredo versus Rob Font was the next fight, guys, and you know, this fight was underwhelming to say the least. You know, there were a lot of boring moments in this fight. There were some fun moments. Pretty much, you know, Davison Figueiredo coming up to bantamweight from flyweight. We all know he was the former flyweight champion, and he looked really good in his debut at bantamweight. You know, Rob Font is no joke. He's knocked a lot of people out at bantamweight. You know, he's a solid top 10 fighter, and Davison Figueiredo beat him pretty easily. I gave all 3 rounds to Davison Figueiredo. Pretty much, it's kind of hard to explain this fight, but I will show you the clip. Figueiredo rocked Rob Font, had him wobbling all over the place, and Figueiredo had a really good game plan, you know what I mean? He was able to get takedowns on Rob Font, who has no fucking takedown defense whatsoever. We learned this in his last fight against Corey Sandhagen, and kind of just outpointed and outstyled Rob Font, so I was really impressed with Davison Figueiredo, man. Not much to say. It was a great fight, boring fight. Davison Figueiredo looked great in his debut at 135, man.
Ref, he's dead, you fucking idiot!
Alright, boys, we move on to the co-main event. Now, before I even get into the late stoppage, I want to actually talk about the fight first. Now, I did not expect Jalen Turner to make weight for this fight, and he didn't even make weight the first time he tried on the scale, but he ended up making weight in between 5 minutes, which I never understood, but we move on. Pretty much, this fight didn't even last for that long, right? I think it was 2 minutes. Bobby Green was actually landing some good shots on the inside, but, you know, Jalen Turner being 6'3" with a 77-inch fucking reach advantage at lightweight, dude. Not many people are going to beat you, you know what I mean, unless he's a good grappler, but Jalen Turner landed a good 1-1-2 on Bobby Green, basically floored him, basically dropped him, went to go for the ground and pound, finished him, but holy shit, dude, this might have been the latest stoppage I've ever seen in UFC history. I'm not even joking with you guys. I feel like the referee was, I don't know, call me out if I'm wrong, but I feel like this stoppage was racially motivated, bro. I really do, bro. Kerry Halley, what the fuck were you doing, bro? You let Bobby Green take so much damage, bro. I don't want to see Bobby Green fight for like another 6-8 months, bro. You know what I mean? I seriously think if there were like 2 or 3 more shots, bro, Bobby Green would be in a wheelchair right now, dude. Like, what the fuck was that, Kerry Hatley? Now, I just found out that Armin Sarukian follows Kerry Hatley on Instagram. Maybe those two were talking to each other like, hey, you know, if Bobby Green, you know, if he gets KO'd this weekend, let the fight go as long as possible. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I feel like there was some backstage type shit by Armin Sarukian. But on a serious note, that has to be one of the worst fucking stoppages I've ever seen, bro. I felt like Dan Hardy screaming through my screen. I'm like, stop the fight. What are you doing, bro? I don't want to see Bobby get killed, bro. Like, what is you doing? I could not fucking believe it, bro. I swear to God, we need to remove Kerry Hatley, alright? Not even guys like Steve Mazzagatti, Mario Yamas, they wouldn't even let Bobby Green, you know, go that far without taking that many shots, bro. They would have stopped the fight at least a little bit sooner than that. Bro, Keith Peterson, okay? The referee who smells like alcohol and cigarettes, he would have stopped the fight way sooner, and he's known for stopping fights late. So, Kerry Hatley, bro, you need your license revoked ASAP. You could have fucking, bro, I'm telling you right now, you can call me like soy, you know what I mean? Like, bro, why you going on about the stoppage so much? Bro, Bobby Green could have literally fucking died in the cage that night, and we would have had the first murder in the UFC, alright? Jalen Turner literally did a legalized murder in the cage, and I feel so bad for Bobby Green, but guys, the stoppage was absolutely disgusting. I mean, I can make a whole different video on it, but I want to get off topic with it. But guys, let me know what you thought of the stoppage down below in the comments, because that was fucking hard to watch, bro. We move on into the main event, guys, away from that crap. Beneil Dariush took on Arman Tsarukyan in a lightweight bout in the main event, and Arman Tsarukyan gets a first round knockout, guys, in the first minute of the very first round against Beneil Dariush. Now, guys, personally, I think Arman Tsarukyan is definitely a future champion. In my prediction video, I did say that I had Beneil winning this fight by knockout, but obviously that aged like fucking milk. But yeah, all I'm going to say is, you know, congratulations to Arman Tsarukyan. You know, he's definitely one of the best fighters in the top 5 or in the lightweight division itself. He's definitely going to be a future champion. And really, all I got to say about this fight, dude, it ended so quickly. Beneil looked decent on the feet, throwing some leg kicks, this and that. And Arman Tsarukyan, you know, he went to go throw up a knee in the clinch. Literally fucking touches Beneil right on the chin, and down goes Beneil like a sack of potatoes. Gets slept for the 4th time in his career, probably the 5th time now, and it's just really sad, man. I'm fucking sick of seeing Beneil get slept. You know, it was Charles Oliveira, and now it's Arman Tsarukyan. So I really do feel like, you know, Beneil Dariush should either have one more fight, see if he has it, or, you know, he should just retire. With Arman, guys, the next fight I really want to see him have is against Dustin Poirier. Now, I'm just going to say it, Dustin Poirier cannot, you know, squat at the top of the rankings and, you know, keep his ranking anymore. He must fight these prospects that are coming up the rankings. He cannot just fucking sit there and take the big fights, alright? I'm sick of his bullshit. We need to get Poirier down the rankings, you know, out of the UFC ASAP, bro. Connor's a mirror, man. You know, Connor's a scumbag, but on a serious note, bro, you know, Arman Tsarukyan versus Poirier is a great fight. It's a winnable fight for both guys, and if Arman Tsarukyan wins that fight, bro, he's on his way to a title shot against Islam Makhachev. So that's all I'm going to say. An incredible performance by... So, guys, that was my recap for UFC Austin. One of the best fight night cards of the year for sure, man. We got absolutely blessed. And if you guys made it to this point in the video, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. And I'll be bringing out a video tomorrow, the next day, man. So, peace.